Ever wonder what some of the most influential people in history really have in common? It's not just about being smart or rich. Nope. It's a very specific kind of mindset, a way of trusting their own judgment, even when the whole world is shouting something else. Today, we're going to dig into what that is and why it's so incredibly rare. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever been sitting in a room, maybe with friends or at work, and you just get this strong gut feeling about something? But then you look around and literally everyone else is going in the opposite direction. What did you do? Did you speak up, or did you kind of swallow that thought and just go with the flow? We've all been there, and that exact moment gets right to the heart of what we're talking about today. All right, first things first. To really get why trusting ourselves is such a challenge, we have to understand the massive force that's constantly pulling us in the other direction. Let's talk about the crowd. I mean, this goes way, way back. From an evolutionary standpoint, it makes total sense, right? For ancestors, fitting in with the tribe meant safety. It meant survival. If you were cast out, you were in big trouble. And that instinct, it is still buried deep inside our brains. We're social animals, hardwired to seek agreement and avoid that super uncomfortable feeling of standing all alone. This isn't some new idea. Thinkers throughout history have pointed this out. It's just easier to borrow a popular opinion than to go through the hard work of forming your own. It's the path of least resistance. But the people who really leave a mark, they're the ones who choose that harder, less traveled path. So, if our factory setting is to just follow along, what does the alternative even look like? Well, that brings us to the absolute core of this whole thing. This right here, this single idea is the dividing line. It's not about being arrogant or plugging your ears and ignoring what other people say. Not at all. It's about deciding where the ultimate authority in your life rests. For truly innovative people, the final judge of what's true isn't the crowd. It's their own reasoned internal conviction. This table really breaks it down beautifully. On the left, you've got the whole world of public opinion. It's all about external validation, constantly checking, do they like this? Do they agree? It's reactive. It shifts like the wind. But look at the right side. That's a different game entirely. It's about internal conviction. It's deliberate. You're not just seeking agreement, you're trying to genuinely understand. The real magic happens when you move from an unexamined belief, one you just sort of absorbed, to one you've actually wrestled with and made your own. So what's the big deal? What does this kind of self-trust actually unlock for you? Why is having this internal conviction such a superpower? Let's put a name on it: intellectual independence. And the key part of this definition is the process. This is not about being a contrarian just for the sake of being different. No way. It's about having the ability to look at the evidence, use your own mind, and come to a conclusion that you can stand behind, whether it gets a million likes or zero. And when you start living this way, man, the results are just profound. Your decisions become so much clearer. Criticism? It doesn't sting as much because you actually know why you believe what you believe. You build this deep sense of personal integrity. And honestly, this is the only place real innovation can come from, because by definition, innovation means breaking from the norm. It all adds up to a real, unshakable, authentic self-confidence. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but let's get real. How do we actually start doing this? Let's get practical and look at how you can start building this muscle in your own life. Here's a super simple but really powerful framework. Step 1, just pause. Before you automatically agree or share something, just stop for a second and create a little space to ask, wait, do I actually believe this? Step 2, do your own homework. Don't just read the headline. Go out and gather your own data. Actively look for people who disagree. And step 3, this one is so important. Make the final call by yourself, in solitude. Get away from the noise of social media, turn off the TV, and just let your own thoughts come together. And here's a really crucial point I want to make. You might go through this whole process and end up agreeing with what's popular, and that's totally fine. The goal isn't to be different just to be different. The goal is to be deliberate. It's about making sure that your beliefs are truly your own and not just an echo from the crowd. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one last thing to really chew on. Really think about that for a second. What is one core belief, one deep value or understanding that you have that is so completely and totally yours that if every single person on the planet told you you were wrong, you'd still stand by it? Finding that belief, identifying that feeling, that's your first step to discovering the incredible power of your own mind. Thanks so much for joining me.